Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Ruin Snow, and today we'll be doing Magic the Gathering Top 10 Beacon. Believe it or not, there's a lot of Beacon cards in Magic. So now, at number 10. With the first being on our list is Beacon Hot from Dissension. It's a common going for a whopping 9 cents on the market at the time of this video. Well, it's 2 for a 1/1 flyer, so it's pretty standard, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may untap target creature, and then you can pay for 1 white. Beacon Hawk gets +1 defense until end of turn, and you can pump it up quite a bit. So it's very helpful, very cool. But it's only at number 10. So now at number 9. What we have is actually Ignite the Beacon. And if you actually look at the picture, it's kind of like a real beacon. It's from War of the Spark, rare, going for 19 cents on the market. The reason why it's at number 9 is, well, it says search your library up to 2 Planeswalker cards, reel them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. I don't understand how this is rare, because it's very unlikely that you really want 2 Planeswalker cards, but you never know. So let's move on to number 8. Which we have is Interplanar Beacon from War of the Spark. It's an uncommon going for a whopping 9 cents on the market. It's a very interesting card because it's whenever you cast a Planeswalker spell, you gain 1 life, which is, maybe 3 at most is the reason why it's here. And then, 2 mana of different colors. Spend this mana to cast a Planeswalker spell, so you have to pay 1 to do that on top of that. It can be very helpful and it can be very useless. This is why I'm like, it's in between, and that's why it's high on the list. So now, let's move on to number 7, where we got Beacon of Destiny. It's from Legions as a rare going. Yeah, that's right, 25 cents on the market. It's really getting up on these prices. So Beacon of Destiny is kind of an interesting card. It costs 2 mana for this 1/3, but to tap it, the next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, that damage is dealt to Beacon of Destiny instead. So you can really have fun with this, but it's also quite useless because it's done to you, not even creatures you control, it's only you. So the chances are very slim. So you really want to, other than pump this guy up, he's going to be useful and not useful at the same time, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So let's just move on to number 6, where we have Beacon Bolt. It's from Guilds of Ravnica. It's an uncommon for another 9 cents on the market. I'm surprised this is actually 9 cents because this can be very powerful. Maybe, I guess, not for Vintage Battle or anything, but it costs 3 mana. It deals damage to target creature equal to the total number of instant sorcery cards you own in exile and in your graveyard. That can be very easily done if you're just building an instant sorcery deck. This card is broken and it has Jumpstart. But hey, what do I know, right? So let's move on to number 5. So halfway down the list, we got Beacon of Destruction. Various sets being rare and an average price of 24 cents. I'm actually surprised it's that low, but we are starting to get into like interesting Beacon cards. This one says it deals 5 damage to a target creature or player, costing 5 mana. And Planeswalkers didn't really exist when this first card came out, so that's why it wouldn't be in there. You can shuffle it back to your own library. That's why it costs 5 mana for that ability alone, which is not that great, but does make this card very possible, especially if you're running out of cards. You can keep pumping this over and over again. So let's move on to number 4. And as mentioned before, there are interesting cards. This is Beacon of Immortality. It's from various sets. We're going for $3.14 on the market. Costs 6 mana, so it's pretty steep, but it is an instant, which is very interesting. It says double target player's life total, then shuffle it into your library. So I think that's really cool because there's a lot more cards that say, you have 50 life, you win the game, or anything like this. This kind of card would be very beneficial to you, especially even if you're being attacked by an enemy. Double your, it's just kind of cool. So let's move on to number 3. Where we got Beacon of Tomorrows. That's right, not Beacon of Tomorrow, but Tomorrows. It's from 5th Dawn or Dual Decks, Mind versus Might. It's a rare one for $4.09. Again, like all the other ones, it's basically shuffled back into your library. But this one costs 8 mana. Wow. But target player takes an extra turn after this one. Can you imagine having the 4 of those in a row and then reshuffling back your library? This card is very powerful if you just really know how to use it. So let's move on to number 2. Well, we got Beacon of Unrest. It's from various sets, being rare, with an average price of 55 cents on the market. For 5 mana, it says put target artifact or creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Then shuffle it. So I don't care about that. Sure, shuffle back in your library. But any creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield, this card would be absolutely amazing. Commander series, be really cool deck. It's very powerful already. But let's move on to number 1. With the last being on our list, we have Beacon of Creation from 5th Dawn. It's a rare going for $17.70 on the market. Costs 4 mana. It's really cool because it says put a 1/1 green insect creature token into play for each force you control, then shuffle it into your library. Can you imagine having no cards but this card and over and over and over again? So you can really have fun with this card. You can really get those creatures out, and then like maybe just have this in Meat Hook Massacre. And oh man, this card would be so deadly. There's a reason it being at $17.70 as well. There's so much you can do with this and easily win. So I hope you guys have a good day and a good evening.